What's going on, guys? Back for another video here today. Today we are going to do a another tier list because obviously the NBA's postponing their games because of the whole shooting that's happened. I'm not gonna give my opinion on it because I just don't want hated on it. I'm just gonna let it rest. I'll just say one thing. It's you know what they're doing to black people these days is just terrible, but hopefully it gets better through the years. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about some car brands. We're doing some car brands. So believe me, I'll say right now, I've only owned one car my whole life. So I've never really seen how these cars, or never been in one and drove them or anything like that. But I'm going off the base of just seeing them, wanting them, and how they look and stuff like that. I'll say one thing. What I'm probably gonna brand these off of is going to be off of. Actually, I'm gonna put it over here just in case if I don't know what the car looks like. So just to make an easier way of doing it. But some of these brands I've never heard of. Some of these brands obviously I've heard of, and I like them or I hate them, one of the two, or I just don't care. But we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna look up each brand if I don't know what they are because I can look them up. So first one we got this brand right here with the. Not really sure what this brand is. I'm not huge on cars, by the way. So if you want to give me hate of saying, oh, why you hate this car so much, um, it's whatever. But I'm gonna look at this first car here, give my opinions on it, and I'll show you guys the car. So. We'll go off of this car here. So I'll show you this right here. This is what the car looks like. Or just like at least one of the cars and base get off of by looking it up. By basing it off this car right here, this is a UK car. I'm definitely going to put it probably at a D. I'm seeing this from the looks and would I drive it. And I'm gonna put it at a D. If I have to, I would. This is pretty much like F is like I'm not touching that car at all. D's like if I have to, I'll drive it. C is like it's okay. I would if I owned this car, I probably drove it a couple times. Shit like that. B's like okay. For I'll probably drive this like 5 times. A week. A's like okay 6 times, but I'll probably not drive it to that. But S tier is like I'm driving this car every day, man. But it's like that's what I'm gonna base it off of. Just like, but would I drive it? The looks. I don't care about the engines really. I don't. If it moves, I can care less of what the fuck's in the fucking vehicle. If it has 4 wheels and a steering wheel and it can move, I could care less. But anyway, next one we got this one right here. A lot of these brands I'm looking at, I just have no idea what the fuck they are. Because again, I'm not a big car freak, so some people are. So going on to the next one here, we got this one here. I don't even know how to say that. So, and I'll show you each car, just in case. Like, obviously, I don't think I'm gonna show you the Bane brands like Ford and stuff, because obviously you guys know those cars. Ooh. Okay. Okay. There's some good-looking ones. I'm just gonna go off of the good-looking ones. I'm not gonna go off the base of the. So there's this one here. Put it in the corner here. So looking at this car right now, and looking at it, I'm gonna put it back over here. You guys can probably memorize it or something like that. I'm gonna put it right here because it's definitely not going in any of those chairs. Oh shit! What the hell happened to it? Whoops! What happened? Yeah, let's take it back over here. But for my opinion on the car, like just going off of that car, if I don't know the brand, then it's gonna be like that. I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B. I like the body. I like the body of the car. I'm seeing a lot of different ones, and I do like the kind of bodies of the car. They're not too crazy. They're like an average car. A lot of these are. That's obviously like in $1 million car, you know, or some shit. Um, well, it's actually not that expensive. Actually, this is right here. It's under like 200, 200,000, but that's expensive for me. So, but yeah, pretty decent car. I'm gonna put it as a B. You know, probably wouldn't have it in that color, but definitely not a bad car at all. So we got the next car here. I'm just gonna type these in because I'm not great with word reading. I've never been a great reader. Just to point that out, you know, be like, okay, why are you not reading these? You know, for one, I just don't. I think this is maybe like an overseas car. I'm guessing. Ooh. There's one reason I do not like this car. I'll show you the car, or like at least the brand, at least. This right here. This looks ugly to shit with me. It looks like a fucking nose. That looks ugly. The car itself looks pretty cool. If you take that away, definitely probably a B or C tier. But because of that little fucking thing, I'm giving it a D. Because I just don't like. Actually, I would drive that more in that other car, so I'm putting that there. I might, yeah. At the end, I might flip around and, you know, change. But yeah, it's definitely a D tier. I don't know. I just don't like the looks. I base a lot on looks. Because when I have a car, I want the looks, and I'll also show you my favorite car or my all time like car I want. Let's see, what's the next one here? So we got. I think I can see that. Okay, yeah, I can see it. This is Martin, yeah. Okay. She got this car. Okay. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that is, but we gotta show you what I'm looking at here. So like that, like if that's actually not real car, that shit looks ugly as shit. But if I'm talking about some of these other cars here, like this one's giving me good vibes right here. Like this would be a car I drive. If I'm going off based off this car, I'm definitely giving it a. I'm definitely gonna give it. I'm gonna give it an A tier. I'll flip around at the end, but I'm gonna give it an A tier because that looks like a car I'd fucking drive. That looks like a car I would drive. Okay, this one looks like a different brand. Is it the same brand? I don't think it is. Let's see here. Is that a B? No. Did B. Chevrolet? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't pay attention to cars that much to know. Because I could care less of the, you know. But I'm pretty sure that's Chevrolet. No, it's Chevrolet. Whatever, I'm done. I'm not gonna fucking guess cars. But looking at this car here, so obviously I'll bring it over here just to let you guys see what, you know, what I'm rocking with here. See what cars are popping up. Every time I see these four rings, I think of the like Olympics or something. I don't really think of a car. So looking at these cars, some of these like I probably wouldn't drive that. That'd probably be like a D tier for that car. But I'm just gonna look at base of most of the cars I see, or mostly like cars like this. That's a weird ass picture. You know what? I'm gonna give it a C tier. I'm gonna give it a C tier. It's a car I would drive, but it wouldn't be all the time. You know, if I had it. Only if it's the only if it's the obviously the only car that I'm driving it all the time. But if I had a bunch of cars, I'm going off like, okay, if I'm a millionaire and I had this car, would I drive it? How often would I drive it? Okay, so you have a Bentley. I know the brand, but I don't know much of their cars, what they look like. I don't pay attention going around looking at cars. So first reactions here, looking at these. Okay. Not looking too bad, not terrible. Do like the gold on it. So pretty much all these are the same, really. So I'm just gonna click on this one. So looking at this car, yeah, it's a nice car. I'm not a big fan about the body. You know, it looks cool. Like the sides, I'm fine with. The front, I'm not too crazy about. You know, if I had to rate it, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it. I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. It'd be a car I drive maybe a lot. Okay, a BMW. I know what a BMW is, but I always do like to look them up for the purpose of just saying if it changes my mind, you know. So BMW, it's more of like a lot of different BMWs. You got obviously the basic ass fucking BMWs, and then you got the actually, oh my god, look at that car BMW, you know. Like this looks like just like a normal car here, these cars, but when you run into cars like this. So I'm going off the most basic car. I'm not going to go off like, oh my god, this, you know, because I'd probably put that maybe A to S tier. But I'm going off the basic car, you know, the one I see the most of. So obviously the one I see the most of is kind of like this, really. Looking at this car, I could see, you know, I don't know if I would see this car a lot on the road, but I would expect it more than a lot of other cars that I've been seeing. So I'm going to give the BMW a C tier. I think it would be a car that I would drive, but not really that much. Okay, so this one's going to be a long video because of how much, you know, brands we got to go off of here. So let's see here. So we got, so next car we got here. So this might be a 20-minute video for the purpose of just like looking at these cars and stuff. Ooh. Looking at this next brand here. I'm just going to go off this. This looks like a Lambo to me. This reminds me of like this. You know what? Actually, you know what this car reminds me of? Especially this one. This reminds me of the Zentorno on GTA 5. That's what it really does. Okay. I don't know. Like, it's cool to have in like a GTA or something. I'm not a big fan of just like a lot of the future ass cars that they have new now. I'm more of an old fashioned kind of guy when it comes to cars. It'd be like some of the cool looking cars. That's like a, I'll say a C. I'm not too crazy about it. Okay, so next one here. I'm not gonna look at all of them because if I know what it is, I'm gonna rate it automatically because this is gonna take so long to do over time. So we're gonna look at this next one here. So I'm not gonna look. That's a fucking F. I'm not driving any of those bitches. I'm not sorry. Chevrolet, that's definitely an S tier. I drove the shit out of those. Yeah. Instead of Chevrolet. Yeah, Chevrolet. I'm not good with words, so. Dodge. Is it a Dodge? It's a Chevy. Yeah, Chevrolet. Yeah. Chevrolet, yeah. I'm right. Chrysler. I think it's Chrysler. I don't. You can roast me in the comments if you want to. I care less. Let's see this next car here. Or next brand. Okay. This reminds me of like a Hit Boss type of vehicle. I don't know why, but it gives me that like Hitman game, like you know the character in Hitman. It looks like a car that he would drive. Looks like I think that's like around the same car. It's kind of like what Franklin kind of looks like he drives. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a D. It's not too crazy. I don't know. I don't think I would drive it. Okay, next one. Yeah. See this car here? Next one. That looks like a fucking F tier right there. But I'm just going on the basic ones I see like these kinds. Not a bad looking car. I don't know what the fuck that is. That their headlight? I don't know. Look futuristic. I'm gonna give it a. Would I rather drive it than that? I'll put it in the same tier. I'll put it in the same tier. It's okay. Not something I would, probably drive barely either. It'd probably be like a one-time type thing, and then I would sell it. I have no idea what that word says. I think that's a CR. Yeah, I spelled it right. Okay, good. Some of these, like, so this is what the next car looks like. Okay. Interesting. So this is part of, I think, this brand, or like Chevrolet. Or Chevys, I'll just call them Chevys. Or Chevy. So it's part of the same brand, but it's kind of like, obviously, Jordan with Nike. It's from Nike, but they're really their own brand. You know? But by going off of that, let's say, for example, looking at this car. So this one has the hood off. That's a sexy-ass car. That's definitely an A-tier material. Jesus Christ. Material. A-tier material. So next one, we got a Delpo. I'm gonna be eating pretty much like a golden or like a bar in the purpose or while I'm doing this. I have no idea what this car is. Ew, bro. Let me show you this vehicle. Ew, what is this? That's an F tier. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Get the next one coming up here. The next one here. Okay. That looks ugly as shit. That looks like a Minecraft car. But looking at this car, bro, no, bro. I'm sorry, that's an F tier, bro. That shit looks ugly as shit. What's the next one now? I'm trying to see what that says. Oh, that's a Ferrari. I am stupid. I am stupid, bro. That's a fucking Ferrari. So Ferrari, I kind of know what a Ferrari looks like, but I want to kind of look at it. It's a sexy ass car. A lot of red ones, damn. This is what I see when I see a Ferrari. I don't see that. SUV. Yeah, definitely an A tier. For sure. And then we got this one. I'm not really sure what this one is either. Let's look it up here. Let's look at it. So, next one we got there, right there. This is the next car. Okay. This looks like an overseas car. Because of the lights. That's what it looks like. It looks like that other car we just looked at. Where did we mark that? We marked it as a D tier. That just looks like shit. Looking at this car, I don't know. It's not as bad as the other one, or it's worse than it actually. Yeah, it's definitely F tier. Ford. I'm not really gonna hate on Ford. I know I like to hate on Ford, but Ford has some nice vehicles. It's just their engine that annoys the shit out of me. And you'd be like, oh, what? You care about engines now? No. Some Fords look pretty good. Ford trucks, those look kind of nice. These kind of cars right here, I just don't care less. It's more about the trucks I care about when it comes to Ford. I can care two shits about. I'm kidding. Because we're at Ford, we are going to look at my dream car, and it's a Ford Mustang. 1969. Yeah, 1969. This is my dream car here. It's my dream car here. Not that color, but in this form, you know. It's my dream car, and because my dream car is part of it, it's going up there. It's definitely going up there. You can hate on me. You know, and GMC is just pretty much trucks and shit. And I'm not gonna really look that up. It's okay. I'm gonna put it as an A tier. I'm not even sure what the fuck that is. I can't even read that. Can anybody else read that? Okay, let's move that over here again. I think that's an H to start out with. Ooh, they have Mustangs? I might have to rethink about this. They have some Mustangs? I like me some Mustangs. I do. This car, I want to see what their Mustang looks like. Yeah, that's what probably their Mustang. Yeah, that's what their Mustang looks like. That doesn't look bad. I'm not too big on the Mustangs these days. Not too big on them, but they don't look terrible. This car, you might hate me on this, but the body style is cool. But would I drive it? I'm gonna give it a B tier. It's a cool car. A lot of people would have this in their A or S tier. I'm putting it in the B tier. I'm not too crazy about it. You can say I know nothing about cars, and that's fine, because I don't. I'm just going off the looks. You know, would I drive it? It's pretty much. Okay, I don't know. I just looked this shit up, and this is the first car I saw, and that looks ugly as shit. Ugly as shit. Yeah, I see that. I'm seeing that car a lot. I think I'm gonna base it off that or that one. That doesn't look that bad, but if I'm going off the other one, that's an F tier. Hondas, I know what they look like. They're decent. Hammer? I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Or Hummer. Oh, Hummer. I said a Hammer. Hummers are like Jeeps, right? I'll probably get roasted for that. They look like Jeeps. They do kind of look like Jeeps. You can roast me or whatever you want on it. It's a GMC. What military's using. Not bad. You know, I don't know if you'd catch me in one, but I'm going to go as the C tier. Honda, or Chrysler, they're fine. I'm not sure if I've ever heard of this one. I think I've heard of it. I just haven't seen much cars about it. So this is what that car is. Not a bad look car. Like I'd drive that one. Probably not that one or that one, but yeah, one of these for sure, probably. Yeah, you know, I'll give it a B tier. I'll drive the shit out of that. And I might be sounding like, oh, I drive the shit out of that, like meaning it's gonna be like an S tier or some shit. I'm not totally meaning that. I think that's an I. I'm guessing it's an I, and I'm right. Okay, good. Knowing cars and what's their names, it's kind of easy to kind of tell. Oh my god, that looks ugly as shit. What the fuck? I'm going off the body. When I'm looking at the body, like, that looks fine. That's okay. But this shit looks disgusting. A D-Max? If I'm going off that, I see some good ones and I see some bad ones. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it here, because some of them look terrible, but some of them also look pretty decent, so. A Jaguar. I don't know why I throw a look at a Jaguar. Jaguar's a B tier. Again, the body, you know, I'm not too crazy about the body, like, or the body these days. Jeeps, I actually like Jeeps. Like, I would so drive one. I've had a friend of mine that owns a Jeep, and she's a big Jeep freak. Um, and Jeeps aren't bad. I kind of like the Jeeps. I've been in them a couple times, you know, a lot of times, but they're not bad. Kias, I'm putting them here because one thing I did learn about Kias are, you know what Kia stands for, right? Killed in action. Um, and that's the same they used in war, you know, war and shit like that, obviously. And most of the time, a lot of crashes are Kia cars. So you can think, you know, what else, but that's what my opinion on them. All right. That's a weird name of a car. I don't know if I could say that. Could you guys say that? But the car doesn't look too bad. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, some of the cars look nice, but when you get so futuristic with some of these car looks, they're not that good looking. You make it so futuristic, it doesn't even look good anymore. Like this car, again, I'm not too crazy about the newer, you know, futuristic looks to some of these cars, but I would give it a C for the purpose of just, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I'm gonna give that a C because it doesn't say the name at all, so those I'm not gonna go off of because I don't have the name. I don't know what the fuck that is. Lambos, I'll give it a B. I'm a big Lambo crazy freak. Land Rovers, that looks like a shitty ass fucking. If I'm just basing it off the fucking logo, it looks dog shit. It's probably gonna look dog shit. Okay, they're not bad. I don't know if I drive these though. I'll give it a D. That's okay. I'm not gonna look that up. I already know that. Lincolns. I'll give it a C. Not too crazy on Lincolns. I'm gonna pick out the ones I know just to get it easy and done with. That's okay. That's okay. Chrysler. If I had to, I would drive it, but I wouldn't really want to. You might be seeing somebody like, how do you not know that one? Okay, that one, I'm not too crazy about it. Toyota's okay. It's okay. So, let's go there. Alright, so the rest of these, I have no idea what they are. So, let me start looking these up here. So, I'm gonna go a lot quicker because this video is probably like, I don't know how long right now. By the time it's 28 minutes. 28 minutes. So, I'm gonna go quick here. I'm just gonna look at them. That car looks pretty decent. I'll give it a C. Okay, next. Sorry, this video is gonna be so freaking long. I don't even know what the fuck that says. I'm just gonna move on. I don't know what the fuck I was clicking on the other screen, but McLaren. Not bad looking car. Good. Another futuristic, but I guess I'm okay with that. Looking at this next car, kind of car you see around. I don't could care less. Mini. Okay, I would not drive that at all. Oh, I do know a couple of these actually. It's okay. Actually, that's okay. Rolls Royce. I could care less. Actually, I do know this one. It's okay. Actually, let me think about this, because I think I might actually know these by the logos. Okay, so this one I do know. Another okay one. Do I know any more of these? Tesla. I'll give that. Tesla. That's the only reason I know this one. That's a the rest I'll look up because I don't know. I can't even see that one. I'm gonna give it a D. That I think that's a P. I think that's a G. Looking at this car, that's a race kind of car. I'm not driving that. I'm not driving a race car. Okay. Did I just put it twice? Yeah. So looking at this car here, not terrible, but if I didn't have to drive it, it wouldn't be that crazy about it. Okay, on to the next one here. And also, by the way, I don't edit these videos, so that's why it's going to be so long. I would chop a lot of shit up. I'm not driving that worth a shit. What else we got here? Oh, I like that car. That Mustang looked kind of cool. Off that Mustang, I'll give it a C. Oh. Probably type that in wrong. Ew, that looks disgusting. Yeah. Oh, I know those cars. Yeah, those cars are disgusting. Never driving that shit worth a life. Next. Koda. Yeah, it's okay. It's like a everyday car. It's okay. Smart? Is it just named Smart? Is the name of the car? Maybe I'm spelling wrong. I'm still spelling it wrong. Smart, so. Okay. Okay, we'll go off car. Yeah, car. God damn it, my cord got in the way. Cord. So I guess these are just smart cars. These are fucking disgusting. See what this car looks like. It's okay. I give it a D tier. And then we got U-A-Z. Got this car. That just looks like an old-fashioned ass fucking vehicle, and I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy, but no. Okay. So the last one we got here. Not a bad looking car. Not too terrible. I'll put it in the D tier. So this is my list here. You guys can, disagree or not, whatever you guys feel. But this is my list. This is gonna be a 33-minute video, but hey, hope you guys enjoy it. Because I looked up all of them, but this is the list if you're wondering what the car brand.